To this segment of the show, we have Chandra Kumar, our executive director, to do answers to your questions. So call us at 703-663-3333 to ask a question. Chandra, it is so nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
What is happening with everything on campus other than the fact of people shoveling and moving snow and spending the night here?
Spending the night. So we've actually between going into from Friday night into into Saturday, Sunday, we start off actually last week with we do phone calls and conference calls within the community to make sure that all of our bases are covered. So whether it's food, supplies, staffing, making sure there's enough salt, all of the bases that need to be covered when it comes to a snow situation like this. And all of the departments get on these calls. We discuss where we are and what our plans are to make sure that the residents are taken care of and the staff also.
Okay, good. We have a call.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on a second there. Yes, caller, you're on the air. Caller?
Yes.
Yes,
Hello?
go ahead and ask your question, please.
Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. The television cable is out, the direct cable. Is there any way we can get that taken care of quickly?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. And Chandra, apparently there's been a lot of issues with the DirecTV over the weekend, especially with the snow probably. And I know a lot of people have had difficulties. Anything we can do?
I will, once we finish here, I'll go back and we'll circle back with the company. I was hoping to have some communications at the end of the year in 2018, and we are pretty close to being able to communicate, but till I have all of the I's dotted and T's crossed through our legal department, and then we can kind of communicate what our next steps are going to be in the sense of we want to make sure we're consulting with them to and having looking at the services. So we'll have more information to share. I'm hoping we should be able to share at the coffee with the exec, which we actually have a new scheduled date and time for.
It's moved, right?
Yes, because it was falling on Martin Luther King holiday, and so we moved it to the 30th, and it'll be between 1:30 and 2:30 in the Hunters Crossing Conference Center, and then we'll have a small reception afterwards. We wanted to kick off the new year and the first coffee with the exec with a little more than coffee.
Oh, okay.
So, and we will also be sharing information that we have about the TV and the Wi-Fi, but also going through resident satisfaction because we did get the resident satisfaction results back, and we wanted to come back and let the residents know kind of where we were and what our action items are that we're working on and how we're going to be working through those. So
very good.
I'm really excited to be able to share that news at that point, and then if we have any time left over, we'll add some more updates. But that usually takes a good deal of the time.
Yes, right. So Coffee with the Executive has been moved to January the 30th
at from between 1:30 and 2:30.
1:30 to 2:30.
And we've left a little bit of extra time at the end, and we'll have a reception from 2:30 to 3:30.
Okay.
But sometimes there's additional questions and we go over a little bit, so we wanted to make sure that there was some additional time. Okay. But we'll make sure that the flyers get out, and so everybody's aware of them. So if you don't have a pen right now or are listening, we'll make sure that we're communicated effectively to everybody.
Very good.
So, and I'm hoping, the 25th also we're having the inspection for the elevators for the permit.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Very good.
We'd like to do some sort of a ribbon cutting.
Yes.
And we'd like to have you come, of course, because you were the president of the council when you started this conversation.
Way back then.
What, you had fewer gray hairs, is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay. So just, it's I've seen the pictures of it, and I think it's going to be well received.
Good.
The weather has not cooperated with us through the whole project.
Exactly.
So as you can see, all of the stuff from the front is gone.
Yes.
They're trying to fix that back to bring that roadway back to the original, grassy area that it was. And so we'll get it back to the way it was looking before. I think it'll take some time to get it there. Through the spring, we'll have to have all of that kind of come together.
Yeah. And I'm sure that the residents that live down that area are very pleased to
I'm
have
sure.
all that stuff removed.
Yes, they've gone through a lot of disruption and a lot of noise, and
Right.
you know, somebody always kind of traipsing some sort of heavy equipment through their
Right.
area. So, you know, just really grateful for their patience,
Right.
knowing that this is for the entire community and it benefits all the residents. You know, just really thankful because it is their homes and it was disrupted.
So on the 25th will be a ribbon cutting, and we will be able to start using it thereafter.
So actually, the 25th will be the inspection.
Oh, will be
so,
the
you know,
inspection.
Fairfax County, we have to have
Right.
them do the elevator inspection.
And they have to bless it before we can do
Yes.
anything else.
And as soon as they bless it and say this is okay, and interesting enough, when you ask them to come check something, you have a 50-50 chance that they'll say it's okay.
Right.
And a 50% chance that they'll say, no, you need to adjust this
Right.
or fix that. But then soon after that,
Okay.
we'll get some dates scheduled. We'll see how it comes out, and we'll do a little. I think it'll be fun to do a little
Yes.
bit of ribbon cutting.
Yes.
Not a lot of floors, only one, but we can ride up and down.
But you
that
can go up
floor.
and down, right?
There you go. There you go. And I think it's great for events. I think
Right.
we won't have that backlog.
Right.
And I think it's a really good addition to the community building.
Yeah, and it's another one of those things that's been years in progress. I mean,
Yes.
from the conception of it till finally almost finished.
Yes.
Very
So
good.
I'll be happy to check that one off the list.
Right. Very good.
So we can have everybody take a ride, and if you push all the buttons you want when you get in there.
And folks, give us a call here and ask Chandra a question. 703-663-3333. Chandra is here to answer your questions this morning.
So we were talking about the snow, and I'm sorry I stopped in the middle
Yes.
as we started to answer the question. So, we go through that process, the team does, and we actually even had a call on Sunday morning,
Right.
see how things are going. We always like to make sure that everybody's connected. And the team is so committed. I mean, I've over close to probably about between 125 to 150 people spend the night in all different departments combined.
Which is really nice.
Yes, and they're out there this morning also.
No.
Seems like we got another.
You got another call.
I've never had 2 calls. I'm so excited.
Oh, okay. Here.
I'm so excited.
This is something special.
Okay.
Caller, what's your question? Caller.
I can't hear anybody.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, I just want to thank Chandra and the entire staff at Greenspring for taking such good care of us when the need arises. We really appreciate it, and sometimes we don't say it enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and thank you on behalf of the team. They really leave their warm homes and beds and sleep here on cots, and some even on the floor, unfortunately, which we will make sure
Yes.
that no one has to do that. But they're still here. Some
Yeah.
of them have been here for 2 nights, and so the team is feeding them. When I left last night, I was like, please make sure you get out okay, because
Right.
they were still cleaning up in the kitchens.
I mean, they have really overdone
Yeah.
in regards to it. And
Yeah.
I proposed to you this morning that all of the team that participated, the 125, ever how many there are, be given the Elite Award for the month, because they have truly gone over and above
They really have.
in every aspect of everything.
They all of them are just, it really takes commitment, and
does.
and it really takes a drive to know that I want to take care of my residents, and that they're, and again, they're leaving their families and their homes
Right.
and coming in, and
they
spending the
volunteer to
night.
do it.
And they volunteer to do it. We don't have to strong arm people. We don't have to do any of that. And that's why I think it's important to be able to say thank you.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yeah.
We'll take it under consideration, and
Okie dokie.
that's a new word I learned.
There you
from
go.
I
Take it
did.
under consideration. Okay. Very good. Well, folks, give us a call, 703-663-3333, and be the third person to ask Chandra a question this morning, and we'll set a new record. Okay?
Because it's been, in my June will be 3 years that I've
Yes.
been here, and I've never gotten 2 questions, so I'm excited.
Oh, okay.
Usually-
So you've set a record already.
I have. I
Okay.
have set a record.
Okay. Chandra, with all the construction that we've had, and I know that we've continued to work on sales, has that affected our sales, or do you know?
So I have to tell you, the sales department, even with all of the challenges, does a really nice job of informing our prospective residents the reasons for the construction, that it is actually for the betterment. It does have some effects to it. So some of those, actually, we did have some apartments that were affected at the time when we were doing the construction for the elevator, but being able to put a plan together and communicate it, you know, as long as we do a good job of that, we've been able to kind of get through those.
Okay.
It will be interesting because this year we're going to have, you know, more construction happening in the scale of Town Center and then the refresh for Village Square. So we thought last year we had a lot going on. You know, I say all residents, I think we all need some hard hats because there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be happening. And as soon as we get some more concrete answers on starting points and what's going to happen and what's, you know, what sequential order, then we will come out and communicate effectively to the residents. So people are aware. I think if people understand what's going to happen and they know how long it's going to last, I think that people understand and know that at the end we're going to get something better.
Exactly. And the other thing that they understand is that each of the dining rooms are going to have to go through the same process.
At some point, yes.
That Fireside's going through at the present time with their kitchen.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. So the kitchens will happen, but also, you know, refreshing the areas.
That's right.
I mean, Village Square, you know, we'll be doing carpet and new furniture and wallpaper will come down, new paint, and you know, we all watch the home. You know, we watch HGTV and think it's going to happen in 30 minutes, and unfortunately, that's not
Just
reality.
doesn't happen that way. Yeah.
So there is going to be disruption. So we'll have to figure out and want to make sure that it's. I can't say there will not be disruption. There will be, but we'll try and do the best we can to make sure that people are not inconvenienced as much as we can.
If people are having issues with the construction or with anything, what do they need to do?
Get in touch with our office, absolutely. You know, Priscilla's really great at making sure that I get it, or Brad does, or Melissa does. So she will, and because sometimes we're not in the office, we're running around.
Okay.
But just let us know.
All right. So communicate, pass up information, pass it along, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for sharing with us today and giving us the information you've given us.